Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another YouTube video. To be absolutely honest with you, I've got so much to talk about. Yesterday was probably one of those hectic days ever. This morning I woke up and I've recorded a podcast with Aaron McDonald, who is the CEO of Futureverse. If you don't know him, here he is. It's like an hour-long conversation. I'm blown that they're building over there. But yeah, I'll leave that to that podcast whenever I decide to post that. Will probably be in the next few days. I've clipped it up a little bit today. I just want to make it a bit more aesthetically pleasing before I post it. But let's get into this video. I'm going to talk about XRP. I said I wasn't just going to talk about XRP today, but to be honest with you, a lot happened yesterday. So I think I am just going to be talking about XRP today, and I'll probably miss things, but here we go. Let's start. To start with, before we get into XRP, guys, literally World War III kicked off last night. I was supposed to be getting to bed early. That's what I was talking about Aaron McDonald's podcast. That we started that 7 a.m. my time. Got into bed like 10, 11 last night. This started to kick off. Iran officially declared war against Israel. Like, what the fuck? Like, actually, what is going on out there, guys, to be honest? Not going to comment too much on it because I just think the whole world's insane. What happened to markets as a result of that is we had an immediate dip. However, the dip wasn't as far as I thought it would be. In fact, I'm just going to show you that on Bitcoin. The dip only came down like a few percent from the top. I've been predicting something much larger, so I do feel like we'll have a follow-through, further pull down. We lost in terms of open interest. Like, we came down from 6 billion to like, what, 5 billion, lost like a billion in open interest. But realistically, guys, I do think we'll pull back further unless there's another outcome. There's a possible outcome that if we form a higher low and continue to get bad news but push through with a higher low on the bad news, that's a good sign the bottom is in. But my base case is we pull back further, maybe into this region here, the 56k region, and maybe below that, like I've spoken about multiple times. And then after that, we saw some crazy price action happen from XRP, and I'll take you on the hourly and we'll talk about it. Right, this is literally when the Israel-Iran thing happened. We started to smash down, and then bang, all of a sudden, XRP takes a big fat bounce, and I'm thinking, whoa, what's that price action doing? If you look at it in terms of TA, like it's liquidated everyone who had long positions in here, and it started to bounce. I'm thinking, okay, aggressive, strong price action here from XRP. What's going on? Then we get this rumor. Let me find it for you. We get this rumor. Bitwise files for XRP ETF, which is incredible. A bit later on, I'm just literally trying to get to sleep at this point. As you can tell, it's 13 hours ago. It's half 11 at night. I'm up at 6. We get this Bitwise ETF on the Delaware. All right, well, we've seen that before. How do we know it's not fake? Because if you remember when the ETH and Bitcoin ETFs were being filed last year, we saw a fake XRP ETF get listed, and then we had Ellen Tourette say, yeah, it's legit, and then all of a sudden, Cointelegraph saying it's legit, and other people tweeting that it's legit. Eric Belkunis basically said, yep, it's legit. So we're getting an XRP ETF, or at least there's been a filing, but because the next thing I tweeted is no one's really talking about it. It's because of all this emotional hate towards XRP that is unfounded, in my opinion. So we get that. At the same time, we get regulatory clarity yesterday in the UAE, basically saying that they're going to enable Ripple payments for settling payments cross-border, or at least that they're enabling Ripple payments, sorry, that's misinformation. What I mean is that they've given Ripple a license to settle payments across border from the UAE if they want to. Full trading license basically now from the UAE, which is amazing. And then further in that, we saw 1.8 trillion 1.8 million RLUSD minted on the XRP ledger last night. Now this is again still not live to the public, but still 1.8 million extra RLUSD minted on the XRP ledger. pretty crazy last night. Not going to lie to you, things went pretty crazy. And if we look at the XRP chart on the 4 hour, there's some interesting takeaways here. If I'm going to be completely, I think we're setting up for a big fat XRP rally. I genuinely do. As long as Bitcoin doesn't pull back, my base case is that Bitcoin is going to pull back, okay? So let me get that out there. As long as Bitcoin doesn't completely shit the bed, I think XRP is on the verge of absolutely sending. We've got this news coming in. People are still like dubious about it, like don't really believe it yet. But then in 5 days' time, the SEC is their last day to appeal against the Ripple case. A week after that, we have Swell, which is where Ripple have their announcements with the company. And a few days after that, we have the community night where Ripple are talking to people in the XRP community. Ripple are more active and engaging with the community right now. Like it's all bubbling into something that I think is about to explode personally. If we look at this from a TA perspective, on the 4 hour chart, this is the first time we've had negative funding on the 4 hour chart since, well, before the breakout, 58 cent. A very positive sign for me. This is on a pullback in open interest, but also like backed up by a shitload of spot volume as well. Like I'm feeling something, guys. I genuinely am. Like I've been saying that I think XRP is looking good, and I really feel it right now. And if we look at XRP versus Bitcoin, XRP versus ETH, we'll look on the daily time frame. XRP versus Bitcoin is just banging its head now really, really close again to this resistance. We didn't quite get the close above what we wanted in the 3 monthly, remember? But look how close we are again. It looks to be gaining some ground on Bitcoin again over the last few days. After yesterday, it felt like it was going to bleed out. Bang, that reversal comes, bangs its head against resistance again. I think this is itching for a breakout. XRP versus ETH. Again, itching for a breakout. We're up here. We're banging our heads. The highest daily close for XRP versus ETH in the last week or so. And if we look on the 4 hourly, we're trying for against resistance. We're trying. I just feel like this thing's teeing up for an explosion. So long as Bitcoin doesn't shit the bed here, guys, I think XRP is teeing up for an explosion. I am worried about Bitcoin. I've said this. I'm worried about it, but as long as it doesn't absolutely dump, it's XRP's time. Like I've not felt more like it's XRP's time than I do right now. Breakout, backtest the breakout levels, sitting on top of the fixed range volume, decrease in open interest, negative funding, supported by spot volume. Like we're ready. In my opinion, we're ready to absolutely rip this thing. We've seen the 3 monthly and 1 monthly, like things are starting to look positive. We're there, boys and girls. It's time. 3 monthly. It's not quite what we wanted, but we looked at the 3 month market cap yesterday. I really think it's time. A 3 month market cap, engulfing candle, bouncing off support. Still got our heads banged against this resistance, but one big spark, maybe there from the ETF announcement, and it's time to send it off again for XRP, in my opinion. Also note how XRP is being listed for or filed for an ETF before Solana. Very interesting. Solana's market cap double that of XRP's right now. Does that mean that XRP should be pushing towards at least what Solana's market cap is? What would be $1.20-ish for XRP. When we start to get to those levels, guys, it's breakout central. You know how I feel. My price targets are still here. I'm getting hyped up right now. You're hyping me up. You're getting me gassed. $13 to $17 is my price target this cycle. If we start to get these breakouts, my content's going to change. We're going to be focused. We're going to be locked in. We're going to be talking about take profit areas. But yeah, I've got this podcast coming out. I'm on lack of sleep, 3 coffees, so you can probably tell. Got this podcast coming out in the next few days. XRP is looking exciting. I'm trying to hold it in and just be like in the zone here, but I'm feeling bullish. If you guys are feeling bullish too, let me know in the comments. Please subscribe if you do enjoy the video and share it with a friend. It really helps me out. It's free to do. And yeah, it allows me to get guests like I've got coming on this podcast that's out very soon. I've got some more guests lined up, including Matt Lukes, who is the CEO of Travala. I've got someone from ArcX coming on, who are tokenizing real world assets on the XRP ledger. I've got Anthony Welfare coming on. I've got the founder of an AI protocol coming on. Who else have I got? I'll try and get Raoul Powell back on again if you want to speak, if you want to see me speak to him. And I'm also targeting I've got Tony Greer coming on, the macro legend. So all these people coming on, that's all because you guys follow my content and allow me to speak to people. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to shut up now because I don't really know what I'm saying today. I'm tired. But yeah, like the video, bang a comment, please, helps me with the algorithm. Share it with a friend, and do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Crypto Insight UK here. Peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.